thank you for taking time. I know we're both crazy busy with families and life, and like me, you have raised your family here, and we love it here. You are passionate about the community as I am. Want to make it always better. Tomorrow to be better than today. So I appreciate your passion and energy. I wish I had your energy, but those days are gone. So, as a mother, community member, somebody who's passionate about government and just about making the community a better place to be, what do you believe are the biggest needs facing Maricopa families today?
Well, Tori, first, I just want to thank you for all you've done for the community
Thank
and
you.
for the 12 years that I served on the school board. You were right there with me,
That was fun.
and it was fun, and I appreciate all of that service. So, thank you so much for being here, taking the time. So, the biggest issue facing Maricopa families is the 347, and we all know that. Everybody knows that. The 347 is an issue. We're working to improve it, looking forward to the additional lane going each way. But definitely, I want to make sure that everyone understands that I understand that.
Right.
But beyond the 347, I think that we need to focus on other things for our community. We need to focus on a community where people can live, work, play, and learn. And we talk about that a lot, but what that really means is quality of life. And,
Absolutely.
and we really need to tap into the resources that we have here in the community and the people. The data shows that Maricopa is a highly educated population. We've got a great community here, and we need to make sure that we're hiring those people. We need to make sure that if there's a job, that we are looking local first. And also the local businesses that we have here. We have a lot of great entrepreneurs in the city.
We do.
We need to make sure we're lifting them up. We need to make sure that we're investing in them. And when they can be utilized, they need to be utilized first and foremost within our community. And I think those are ways that we can help our families the most.
Keep them here.
Keep them here.
Instead of having to travel back and forth. I mean, that's a big issue for families because then mom and dad are on 347, don't get home till 7. So even if you have all the extracurricular activities,
How are they going to get there?
How are they going to
Right,
get there?
right. We
So
need kids, we need the parents and the
to stay
families
here
to be able to be here.
and to provide that. So that would be a great way to increase that quality of life for our community. Amazing idea. So since you've worked closely with schools, nonprofits, healthcare organizations, local government, state government, federal government, policies, you've kind of had your finger on the pulse for a very long time, as long as I've known you. So how do you think that experience is going to approach you serving the residents?
That's a great question, Tori. And I definitely think that my experience, both politically and then professionally, have given me a lot of opportunity to meet a lot of people, to understand how government works,
Right.
and to really understand how to get things done and how to collaborate and how to move projects forward, how to move policies forward. And so, that's what I wanted to bring to council when I was appointed. And that's something that I've been focusing on is, how can we make our policies better? How can we make our programming better? How can we really, take what we have and take it to the next level?
Good point. I mean, we do want that consistency and that communication, and most importantly, collaboration. So I completely agree with that. So that leads to, so if that's the case, what are some ways that our local government can better partner with nonprofits, community organizations, educational organizations, and volunteers to improve the quality of life for our residents?
Well, Tori, as you know, it takes everybody.
Right.
It takes a village, and we do have a lot of great nonprofits. We have a lot of great programs in Maricopa, but we all need to make sure that we're working together and doing the most that we can to really provide for the best quality of life for Maricopa. I think that we can do more with the Community Foundation. And I think the city can do more too. I know that we've just released partnerships and some RFPs went out for those, and I'm looking forward to the results from that and how we can really move some of that programming and those concepts forward. But also, Tori, you and I have talked. Sometimes it's the little things, right?
Yes.
And I know when you were planning your gala for against abuse, one of your concerns was if a city event was going to be held on the same day.
Yes.
And, we definitely want to avoid that. We don't want to have our city events competing with our nonprofit events,
Correct.
And so I was happy to help you with that and make sure that happens, that we do not compete with our nonprofits so that everybody, everyone can have their event. There's plenty of days in the year, but we shouldn't be competing.
We shouldn't be competing with the city.
Yes.
I agree. For nonprofits, that's our bread and butter. So I appreciate all that you did for that and for the community that looks out for that as well. So thank you. So wrapping it up, looking forward, and I know I've asked myself this question many times, um, especially when I don't sleep at night. I think of all this stuff. So looking forward, what kind of a community do you hope that your children, my children, the youth of today inherit 10 years from now?
We always have to be thinking towards the future, Tori. And for me, what I really want to make sure that we have in Maricopa in 10 years, hopefully, if not sooner, is jobs. We need jobs and careers so that our youth can stay here and have a career. And they don't have to travel to 347 if they want to build their family in Maricopa. But also, I want them to have an alternative to the 347 as well. So that if they do decide to stay in Maricopa, but they have a job up in town, that there's another alternative, whether it be Sonoran Desert Parkway, whether it be the Green Road Loop, whatever it is, another alternative to I-10, so that when I walk into a fourth grade class and I say, hey, have you guys heard of the 347? They don't all raise their hands, right? Because
they're used to something else.
Let's make the 347 not famous, right?
So it's been there since, I was a little kid.
Yeah.
So,
but most kids don't know what road they're driving on.
Correct.
But yeah, I want to make sure they have jobs, and I want to make sure that they have other transportation.
We want residents to stay here.
Yes, absolutely.
And love it here. And want to raise their children here. So thank you for taking a few moments. I know that we're both kind of going in different directions, but I appreciate your energy and your time. So thank you.
Thank you for all you've done for the community, Tori. I appreciate you.